1. Hello, everyone. Matthew from the
You.
1940s here. I'm with the boys. This is our podcast that we do. I don't remember which one it is. I think this is 11 or 12.
You never do.
But, it doesn't matter because we're coming at you with straight fire every week. Straight fire. So, I see Nick's Batman shirt. I hear that there's a rumor that Michael Keaton's Batman is going to come back somehow. Is that true?
I saw the rumor too, and I take all that with a grain of salt. I try not to like indulge in any sort of superhero news. Like when it's out, then I enjoy it. I don't want to speculate. I don't want any spoilers, please.
Well, he would have to play an old Batman. It would have to be like a
unless they're gonna CGI his face or something. I don't know. But like it's a Flash solo movie that he's gonna play it in, so like Flash might be running through like alternate dimensions and stuff, which I always enjoy. But we'll see.
Using the Flash Force.
Yeah.
I just seen Michael Keaton's face from the 90s pop up on my little news feed, and I'm very excited.
He was kind of old then when he was that Batman.
He always had an old face, that's for sure.
I feel like he was dad in that.
This Batmanly face.
Yeah. Very appropriate.
Sure. So, Josh, how's everything been in your realm of the universe?
Very good. No complaints here.
So there's another there's another rumor going out. A little bit more steam than the Michael Keaton news. Josh does not pay his taxes. Josh, explain.
I didn't want to believe it.
Josh is speechless. He didn't think he's going to get caught for your tax fraud and evasion.
Well, it's not just me. It's the entire band. We all share an account, and, all that money is over in some offshore accounts. So it's not just me. All of us not paying our taxes.
Josh, but you wear the glasses in the band, and you're our accountant, so you're to blame.
Uh-huh.
Right.
How do you do that?
Where'd Josh go?
All right, let's play a game. Let's play a quick game. If Josh ruled the world, why would he lie to the people about the sky?
What exactly am I lying about with the sky?
You're the one who said it. I don't know.
It doesn't exist. It just doesn't. It's all in their heads.
Josh is a notorious gaslighter, but that's just because he's a gaslighter.
He's gassed up.
Yeah. As you can see, me and Josh are going for the dark and the light. That's kind of how we are in the 1940s. We're very similar. Not as bad as Greta Van Fleet or Veet, whatever they're called. But
fuck them for real.
We're just like Led Zeppelin with the light and the dark.
I'm starting a beef with them for dead serious.
Your candles.
I'm sure you'll win.
Candles and stuffed animals and LED blinking lights.
I'll fuck that little skinny bitch up. Hey, so what flavor should I burn? Pistachio macaroon, blue oasis, or pink poppies?
Pistachio macaroon.
All right.
Sounds delicious.
So I want
Anything worse than Greta Van Fleet might be Led Zeppelin. It's themselves.
There goes all our fans.
Who stole more? Greta Van Fleet or Zeppelin?
Oasis.
I feel like Greta Van Fleet did.
Ouch.
Oh, who'd you say, Oasis?
I did.
Yeah, they're up there for sure.
They definitely stole, but they did it openly.
I guess that makes it okay.
Noel Gallagher, people said to Noel Gallagher, they were like, you can't use that T-Rex song. And he was like, I fucking can. Zeppelin just was just like, nah, we're just going to steal from all these guys secretly. And Greta Van Fleet let's be honest, they're very open about, when they name their influences, they don't even say Zeppelin a lot of the times. And it's like, fuck you.
Like Leonard Skinner.
Yeah.
Look out.
We need cooling. Fucking geeks. What nerds? I'm sorry. Continue, Josh.
Probably nice guys, but let's be
I
honest.
forget what Josh was
Sure.
saying.
I think I was talking about lying to the peasants about the sky.
Yeah. To the
Josh,
peasants.
now are they slaves you
Yeah,
have,
continue that.
or is it a
Well-
serfdom?
Wait, what was that, Matthew?
Are they slaves that you have in your kingdom, or is it a serfdom? Because
Oh, it's just everyone who believes me that the sky isn't real, they stay alive. Everyone else, they die because they can't be manipulated.
it's a very fine line you're walking. With death and
Jeez.
destruction. Oh Lord! So I wanted to let everyone know I've been having a lot of job changes recently. Every podcast I've been, and it's things have been working out well for me. Professional NASCAR driver, professional tennis player.
Hey,
Secret badminton champion of 2015. What?
Jeez.
do you stand with Bubba? What's his name? Bubba Wallace. Did you stand with him during the?
Well, I retired from NASCAR, but if I was in NASCAR, of course I would have been with them. But I retired. I retired, a long time ago, 3-4 weeks ago.
I remember when you were a NASCAR driver, you kicked the shit out of someone with a Confederate flag shirt on. You beat the shit out.
I actually did, and that's partially why I retired and I had to move because I would have gotten arrested with assault.
Well, that's
Mhm.
what we in the 1940s. We don't like losers.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. It's the stupidest thing ever to be like, hey, look at all this loser stuff that I have all around me. These are great people.
I seen a tweet that said the Gilmore Girls lasted twice as long as the Confederacy.
Well, when you put it like that. But John, comparing anything to the Gilmore Girls, I mean, the only thing greater than the Gilmore Girls is my run as a tennis champion.
Explain that for a minute. Oh, you know what? Talk about your new job. I'm sorry.
I'm a motivational speaker for the poorest people in the country. So a lot of motivational speakers only talk to rich people because they, look at who's the creep? He's the creepy Tony Robbins. He's a big creep, and he only talks to rich people. I talk to just poor people. I find homeless people and I motivate them as best I can, and I move on. I just wanted to tell everyone that's what I'm doing. That's why I'm wearing white, because I'm also in a boy band.
Sign me up for both, please.
You and Josh look like you'd be like the inverse. Like he'd be on like one half of the stage, you'd be on the other half of the stage.
Matthew, I'm now homeless, so can you give me a little speech?
What's missing? You look around you. What do you see? Highway. It's John froze. John can't even stand to be motivated on this level by me. What's missing in your life? Connection, relationships. Those are the most important things on your day-to-day journey that you will experience. And emphasize on the word journey. So listen, even a professional like me, I can't possibly hope to motivate anyone when Greta Van Feet is in the room.
And now he's motivated for it.
I can't. I might have to quit now. If Greta
Yeah,
Van,
I love that we can change our names. I wish I realized that before.
the world is your oyster. Just crack it open and get slurping.
That's your catchphrase. Get slurping.
Get slurping now. Come on.
Put it on a t-shirt.
Slap it. Not even slap it on a t-shirt because we're bringing the energy.
Sometimes I like to cook rice.
Why
and
haven't
throw
you
it-
shaved in a month? I'm sorry.
Sometimes I like to cook rice and throw it at my ceiling fan, and then pick it all up.
I just feel like you're longing to be part of a violent wedding.
Hey, let's talk about the season finale and Nick's pick.
Yeah, it's
What?
yeah, it's a big deal.
That happened.
This is one of my favorite
Yes.
ones that you did, but that's because I got a sneak peek on this on a journey home one day.
Yes, I did share this
Personal.
particular song with Matthew. I think we were driving home from a Connecticut gig, if I'm not mistaken. And unfortunately, my stereo in my car was weird. I think I had the bass up too high, so we couldn't hear the vocals. But anyway, yes, Matthew got a sneak peek, and during the series, I tried to avoid doing artists or bands that you guys were expecting of me. So like I feel like I achieved some surprise with like Katie Purett and Fever Ray. Like A Perfect Circle and System of a Down were more of my jam when I was a teenager. So like that, there's a lot of me there, even like in my current playing and attitude and philosophy. But yeah, Tool is they rock. That's a killer song. It doesn't even feel like 11 minutes to me anymore because I've been listening to it like constantly for like
You know what?
13 years now.
You've only heard it twice too.
Yeah, right.
You know what fascinates me? The fact that like they'll write a song and it takes them as long to finish a song as it does like I guess a normal band to finish an EP. Like that's an insane amount of detail put into a song.
Yeah, that song is almost as long as one of our last EPs.
Yeah, it's probably going to be longer than Nightbirds, maybe. Is it?
Perhaps.
Nah.
Nightbirds is a little
Nightbirds
longer.
is what, 17 minutes?
That's right. Fuck you, Tool. Our 4 songs are longer than your 1 song.
Yeah.
Hey,
nice
our friend Eric Cholminsky,
Oh yeah, this was nice.
he did a review of our first EP, the Marconi EP. So if you
Cool.
want to go friend him and look at his review, just Eric Cholminsky. And if you want to
Look
hear the
your one.
Marconi EP, that shit's everywhere. So I mean, just type it in.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Eric.
Yeah.
Unless
And then
you're a
listen to
wannabe.
Nightbirds. He said very nice stuff about Nightbirds as well, and he said very nice stuff about our Christmas song, Eggnog Night, which is his sister's favorite Christmas song.
And it's almost
What?
July. The only other month you could listen to the song. So
Yeah, it's true.
Ah. Ooh.
I have a
Mhm.
thing.
Wow.
That
Nice name.
reminded me of something. Is anyone excited for Hallmark's Christmas in July specials?
I
You
saved
should be.
that crap for Christmas, like real Christmas.
I'm so excited. I can't wait for real Christmas. I can't wait for Christmas in July. I'm just all things Christmas. I may as well be the 40 Santa Claus.
I
Ho,
like
ho, ho.
I do like dressing in red and
Giving Josh presents.
breaking into people's houses, but it's because I'm a blood.
Oh, it's because you're a blood.
Actually, the Bloods are peaceful now, I think.
John, what's that in your hand? Is that a Pokeball?
It's a Pokeball.
Whoa.
Are you a tamer?
What I do in my personal time is my business.
Mm.
I want to keep a little bit of mysteriousness.
Oh, I just noticed Josh's name.
As the front man of the 1940s, I need to keep a little bit of mystery.
You know, no one ever talks about the back man of the band, which I guess is the drummer. Our back man.
Talk about me some more.
All that kind of stuff. Drummers are always, I feel like in certain bands, unless you're like as big as the Beatles, they're always underappreciated.
Always, yes.
Well, unless you're fucking what's Tommy Lee? What band's he?
Oh yeah. He made sure he was like, I'm making a roller coaster out of this shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking spin over people's heads.
Hey,
in
could
this.
you ever see yourself doing something like that?
I'm afraid. Yeah, I don't know. That's like I guess I'd have to do as much cocaine as those guys did to even begin to attempt any of that.
How could you
He was like, I need the biggest drum set ever. I need it to be bigger than the arena.
basically? And I need to also fly across the arena while playing. You know what I don't get?
Good for him.
He really thinks he's Drake, don't he?
How could you live such a crazy lifestyle and do like so much like macho stuff and write the cheesiest songs possible? I mean, like,
it
I don't get that.
was a different time.
I guess so. I always thought Motley Crue was kind of fun. They always made me laugh. Motley Crue. I think Vince Neil kind of just makes me laugh, especially now. Oh my God, they did a version of "Kickstart My Heart" from like 2013. It's the worst version of an old live hit you'll ever see. It's so bad.
So let me get this straight. We don't like Greta Van Fleet or Led Zeppelin or Tony Robbins or Motley Crue. Is there
Mainly,
anybody else?
who do
I
I
like
actually
Led
not
Zeppelin.
like?
They're just thieves.
No, I like Led Zeppelin too.
I don't like Greta Van Fleet.
I don't know what to think about Tony Robbins. And I really don't have an opinion on Greta Van Fleet. I think they're
I like Motley Crue because they're stupid, and I think they know they're stupid. I think
there's
it's
one
part of their shtick.
Yeah, so I'm sure they're contemplating
Like
that right now.
like I think like I don't think they take themselves too seriously. You can't dress like that and be as fat and ugly as you are and think you look great. Like it's a joke. It's the same way. Like I refuse to take myself too serious. And I don't think.
John, it's like I said the other day, for someone who owns as many tracksuits as you, and you've never been to a track, you can't take yourself serious. Especially when you're caressing a Pokeball and I don't know what else is behind you.
More stuffed animals.
I'm really like the opposite, but just as talented Thom Yorke.
Yes. Just spot on comparison for yourself.
Yeah, sure.
I'm like Thumb Yorke.
What about Bjork? I think you're more like Bjork.
So recently, I've started, and actually Josh might know a little bit about this. I actually mainly bringing it up because I feel like Josh probably would have heard things about it. So I've recently gotten The Last of Us Part 2, which is like a huge blockbuster video game release by a developer called Naughty Dog. And I'm not like all the way done it yet, so there was a lot of spoilers and people were freaking out early. But the game got slammed early by a lot of people who didn't play it because they revealed one of the main characters is gay, and then they also and one of the other characters is trans. So people are hating and shitting on this game so hard just for those two reasons, and it's the stupidest thing ever because the game's fucking awesome.
Ouch.
But it's like a huge thing. Like, it's the only reason why I'm bringing it up. I'm shocked on how big of a thing this is. It's like, who fucking cares? Aren't we past that?
Really, they're upset.
The new game?
Yeah, the new game I've been playing, John. Yeah, they're upset. That's what it seems like. There was only like one critique of it that I seen was like the characters are flat. But like, it just seems like people are freaking out about it for like no reason.
Just because one's gay and one's trans.
Care if somebody's
That's what
video game characters are trans.
But see, like I know Josh is a fellow gamer, so I didn't know if he was like up to date with any of this stuff.
Not really. I just knew it came out.
Yeah, it's actually really good. If you're ever looking into getting it one day.
Josh, you're a gamer. I challenge you to Madden.
Okay.
I feel like Josh will crush you.
You have the latest one?
I guess.
I feel like Josh would seriously be like a secret professional gamer this whole time, and the rest of us won't know.
Josh will.
I wish.
I think I could beat most people in 2K. So like, I'd play Josh in 2K.
He just laughed at you.
I take my because I put my.
He was like,
confidence is stunning.
I put my my own court, my real court skills. I bring that to the gaming aspect.
Ooh, that's interesting.
Josh invented like 6 dribble moves, John. So I don't know what you're gonna.
Josh's custom character is like 7 feet tall.
So Josh, what have you been playing lately?
Nothing really too much, actually. I haven't played. We were talking about the sports games. I haven't played any of them in a while, actually. Like the last 2K I played was 16. Yeah. Because they don't really change that much. From then to now, only the graphics have gotten better. And the controls changed, but like that's it.
You don't want
like it wasn't
transactions?
Dude, what I want is to see Joel Embiid sweating right in front of me. Just right there. Like I
Well,
heard
wait.
that the sweat physics are
Dude,
amazing.
PS5. Where do you see? You could see their nuts and all. It's great.
You can actually hand them. You can actually hand them Gatorade through the television.
Yeah. You could just see LeBron's hairline just
Growing back.
just wisping away into existence. The ether, I should say. The Ethernet.
Hey.
You think there's any you think that they like made the name Ethernet just to fuck with conspiracy theorists? Like, this is the Ethernet.
I think they just wanted to ruin a really cool word and just make it, oh, this is what you have to plug your computer into.
You know, I still don't understand, and then after this we probably have to move on, but I still don't get how people can watch those ghost shows.
Ask John. He's obsessed with them.
They're good. We're gonna make our own. We're gonna make our own. And
No.
Matthew will see. Matthew will truly be scared.
I said to John, and this is for all the 40 faithful that will watch this. Every town we go to, we're gonna at least for 5 minutes, we're gonna go live and we're gonna go ghost hunting. We're gonna try and find some ghosts.
The whole 5 minutes.
The whole 5 minutes before our gigs, like only if it's at night. If we have a daytime gig, ghosts don't exist in the day. Ain't that just a coincidence? Ghosts don't come out in the day. They don't haunt anyone when it's daylight out.
I saw recently
Yeah.
a South Park episode that was making fun of, I'd never seen it before, was making fun of those ghost shows, and the guys that they called in to catch the ghosts, they were scared the whole time and they just pissed themselves in 5 minutes, and that was it.
Yeah,
That was the whole spoof of it.
I think they made fun of Zach Baggins and all.
They did, yeah. He was at, yeah. It was great.
I don't know. I think it's up there with some of the goofiest things you could possibly partake in. I mean, I guess it's fun. I would really like to enjoy those shows, because imagine how your thrills in your life must be so your bar must be set so low. You could turn on one of those shows and get a real kick out.
I think you'd make a good Zach Baggins.
Wow, Josh, did you hear that?
Yo,
Oh,
but
on
Matthew,
the EVP
seriously?
on the EVP recorder, picked up this weird sound. Where did it actually turns out upon further review, it's just another Nick Cervini fart.
look, Matthew, an orb.
Whoa, did you see that? Did you see that?
Let's replay it 5,000 times.
Other guy.
Here it
I'm
is again.
sweating. I'm literally
again.
freezing over here. I can't.
I'm so hot, I'm cold. What is it?
Let's stop talking about it. Let's stop talking about it because I have a really great idea that we're gonna have to do, and I don't want to spoil it.
You're just getting scared.
Well, I think it's that time again. That I've actually been.
Yes.
I'm very, 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 very excited for this. John froze on the perfect frame. He's very happy. Stay like that, John.
Don't turn your video back on.
Yeah, just leave it alone. Leave it
The
alone.
ghost
Take
got
a
him.
peek. Oh, he's a big bitch. That you are.
Yo, this pistachio macaroon smells good.
Perfect pistachio segue into what are we doing?
You know what
Song
we're
versus
doing.
song challenge. This is a college basketball bracket like John. And we are in the last two matches of the first round. And then we go to the
Yeah.
quarterfinals, and then the semifinals, and then the real finals. So today we have let's start off with they're all these songs are so good it's hard to figure out what to start off with. So
Good way to end the round.
Josh, which one you want to start off with?
The Adele and the Other People song.
let's
What
do
do you-
that.
what do you
Go
think?
TA featuring Kimbra.
You want to start us,
you
Josh?
picked it first. What's going? What's your pick?
Oh, I don't have a lot to say.
That's all right.
Somehow, despite them both being number ones, I completely missed the Gautier song. I hope I'm saying that right.
Really? How the
Yeah,
fuck did you
Damn,
like
Josh.
that?
I completely missed it. So it was my first time hearing it. It was interesting, but I got a little bored of it also. Rolling in the Deep to me is a classic. A lot of good memories of that one. It's Adele for me. Rolling in the Deep, easy.
I'm gonna go next. I knew about Gautier for since the song was out and all that, and I was never into it. Now I'll admit I actually can but I can appreciate it though. I think it's a really well done pop song, and you're not going to find many pop songs that have like cool indie elements, like fun varied percussion, like smartly produced instrumentation and all that. I feel like the guitar work's produced very nicely and mixed very nicely too, and somebody I used to know. But I also just like when you compare it to Rolling in the Deep, I think like you can't really compare anything to that. Rolling in the Deep, you remember where you were when you heard it. You're like, holy shit, who the hell's this singing? That's how at least that's how I feel about it. When I first heard that song, I was shocked. I was like, the voice on this person is unbelievable. And then I discovered Chasing Pavements, and then, I'm an Adele maniac.
Yo, I'll tell you this. It's not my favorite Adele song.
No, it's not. Actually, it's not mine either. But for the
Set
sake
Fire to the Rain is the best. But go, I'm sorry.
The sake of this song versus song, I also pick Rolling in the Deep. And I think Somebody Used to Know is a really good song, but I think Rolling in the Deep is an absolute standard for for the decade it was, and for just pop music in general.
2-0. I guess I'll go next.
Okay.
I figured I knew which song you guys would pick. So just to be annoying and contrast you, I'm going with Gautier. Not that I love both songs, and like John and Matthew just said, not my favorite Adele song, but a great one. But Gautier, you don't hear those rhythms in pop music like ever anymore. There are times where like the songs kind of drag and you're like, oh, there's more of it. But like when Kimber does her verse and then the outro after that, it's just perfect. It's like, to me, it's perfect songwriting. So Gautier, this is the only song I know of you. Great job on this one song.
All right, here we go. Gautier really starts this song slow, keeps it cool for a few verses, no bridge, and then explodes in the chorus. It's not a typical pop song. Not a lot going on musically at first. This starts out and continues throughout the whole song as a chill but extremely emotional song. This song really starts to bang during Kimber's verse. The build up to the second chorus is just phenomenal. Especially, it's the only time the bass stays on one note and it just comes to a head for the chorus. With maybe the best background vocals of the 2010s for pop music. Perfectly mixed and perfectly written song. And if you can't relate to it, you're probably 11. Rolling in the Deep slaps so fucking hard. This is like if the White Stripes. Huh?
Did you say it slaps?
Yeah, it slaps so fucking hard. This is like if the White Stripes wrote a rock opera and got the best singer of the 2010s to sing it. The song constantly builds as she lays down the best vocals probably on our whole list. So proud and yet so hurt. These lyrics are incredible for a pop song, and I've seen it live in person, and it blows you into a different dimension. The bass is thick with two C's. The third chorus changes chords and adds an emotional texture to it. Her vocals are just absolutely unreal. Adele has had a much better career than Gautier and Kimber combined, so I don't think she'll mind me saying that I like Somebody That I Used to Know better. It's not better by much, if by at all, and it probably isn't actually a better song, but Adele's incredible vocals still don't make me like it as much as Somebody That I Used to Know. So I picked Somebody That I Used to Know.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. 2-2.
Look at that.
That's very exciting.
Fans have to say.
All right, John. What are the fans up to again?
I think they're actually wrong. Let me make sure that these are actual real voters and not just like I can't look at it.
You want me to look at it?
Right. No, it disappeared because it was from yesterday. But the fans have spoken, and 82% pick Somebody That I Used to Know by Gautier and Kimbra.
Whoa.
And I think we had like 13 or
That's a
14
shock.
voters.
That's such a shock.
So
No kidding.
Kimbra or Gautier and Kimbra, fucking move on.
advanced.
I actually don't agree with them, even though I picked it.
You say that
to
every
me-
week. I don't understand you.
I feel like the
'Cause
people
I
who
like-
follow us are biased because they obviously like a certain type of music, so I can see why they would pick it. It makes sense.
I think they're both in the same vein of like I think Adele's more of a rock song than somebody that I used to know. It might not be more indie.
Yeah, I was gonna say the Gautier song's
But it
more indie,
fucking-
folksy
like,
ish.
When I said it slaps, I meant like that fucking shit. Like it pumps you up immediately. Gautier is a slow burn.
I think at least a universal theme through both songs is well, obviously, like, people that are hurt in relationships, but
Yeah, break up.
those are two great examples of the fact that you can have great pop music that has a little bit of integrity to it.
Yeah.
Amen.
Solid
show.
instrumentation, great performances, and smart songwriting.
Mhm.
So hey, I mean, someone that I used to know is a great song. So, there's no real losers in this. They're all great songs. So I'm
Good
a little
matchup.
surprised to see it advance, but still, that's why this is fun, because I have no idea. I thought Rolling in the Deep was going to win for sure. All right, now
I
the
thought
next
the
one,
Bandboat was gonna win it.
the next one, I'm very, very, very excited for.
Do you want to
Mhm.
start or?
So it's Don Henley, Boys of Summer, versus Bryan Adams, Summer of '69.
And it's just right in time for I think the beginning of summer was on Father's Day, the 21st.
Yeah, I believe so.
Oh yeah. So I want
There you
to
go.
start this one off because I'm really excited about this one.
So
So
both of these dudes are like daddies of music. So
yeah,
Hey.
these are definitely two guys with a long history, but Don Henley's is definitely a little bit longer with the Eagles. So listening to first, we listened to Summer. I listened to Summer of '69, and I listened to it on these like our speakers that we mix on, and I was like, wow, this song's actually has a little bit more depth to it than I originally thought. Because I'd known the song for a while, because John would listen to it all the time and always be on the radio, and I just kind of disregarded it until today. And I listened to it and I go, this song is pretty good. This song actually has something to it. I thought it was just a silly 80s song about reminiscing about, the 60s were great. But no, it's a great song, great guitar work, has real drums. Boys of Summer does not have real drums.
Ooh.
really,
Yep.
get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. John, I can't tell if you're being sarcastic or not because you're frozen.
No, I really didn't pick up on it. I just figured that they were
John, I
Don
can't
Henley
believe you
drummers.
wouldn't pick up the extreme drum machine that is on Boys of Summer.
I just thought it was like an effect. Don Henley's the drummer of the Eagles. I thought he would have just drummed on his own song.
No, well, that's the point of this. I mean, he might have programmed. I don't know the backstory behind it, but to just move it along a little bit, I absolutely love Boys of Summer, and I absolutely love Don Henley's voice. And Summer of '69, I think is kind of like a romanticized song that makes you feel good about stuff. But I feel like Boys of Summer is a little bit more, can take you to a place, an emotional place. And I love the rhythms. I love the changes. I love some of the guitar tones that they got. So I really think it's, as well as a good pop song, it's a good soundscape too. So I feel like it hits me on two layers. So I'm going with Don Henley, Boys of Summer on this one.
Nice.
I'll go next. Summer of '69 reminds me of Drank Taylor. I would sleep at his house, and I didn't have any kind of music device, and he had a Zune. So when he fell asleep, I'd listen to it. And he only had 9 songs on there, and this was one of them.
Wow.
Nine?
Good drink.
But now the song means much more to me. Countless past flings, all our past band members, but it always comes back to Goofy Frank Zune. The music is brilliant. Sounds like a more maybe slightly overproduced Bruce Springsteen song. Bryan Adams has killer vocals as usual, and the lyrics are the most perfect 80s song lyrics ever. Boys of Summer is of the more serious of the two. This one isn't as sentimental to me, but still brings back some similar feelings. Both of these songs really make me think and feel like I had relationships in the 80s. And what else is the point of music but to bring you to a place that you aren't? Henley really knocks this song vocally out of the park as well. There's a little bit more going on in the song. This isn't just about a time. This is very specific. The breakdown is really fucking sick. The synth lines are gorgeous and will loop in your head forever. The guitar is also perfectly mixed. Unlike our previous Killers versus Kings of Leon battle, I'm going to go with the less poppy song, Boys of Summer. Really slaps me. Boys of Summer really slaps me with a real nostalgic feeling. I wasn't born until 93, but every emotion he felt in the 80s, I also felt in the 80s. And I did the same with Bryan Adams, just not as much. Sorry, Frank, I'm going with Boys of Summer.
We are running low on time, so we got to wrap this up a little quick.
We have 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
All right, Nick.
Both great summer songs. Summer song. And both should be on everyone's summer playlist at some point during the summer. I think I like them both. Both like perfect summer songs. But I'm gonna go with Bryan Adams. I think it's just a little. I think there's a little more stuff happening than in Don Henley's. I mean, I kind of like the story a little bit better. So Bryan Adams is my pick.
All right. I can make this very, very quick because we only have like a minute and a half left.
Ooh.
I really like both of these songs, but there's only one of the two that actually has made it onto one of my year-end Spotify playlists. And I guess it's the song that I just vibe with a little more, despite its longer runtime. It's The Boys of Summer is my pick.
Boys of Summer wins.
There you go.
That's Summer 16. Oh yeah, that is Boys of Summer. All right, hey. So that's the first round. We have a lot of great fucking song versus songs coming up. We're so excited. Next week is Even Flow versus Teenage Dream and Living on a Prayer versus Born This Way. It's getting wild. It's the Wild West right now.
Yeah, crazy.
Check out Nightbirds. Every Sunday, me and Matthew do a quarantine concert acoustically. Josh is not paying taxes. Nick's Picks season 1 is over, but go check out Nick's Picks playlist on our Spotify. That's all I got.
It's a window into Nick's soul.
Listen to our music.
I'm going to just keep talking until we get cut off.
Oh, okay.
You can't stop me. I'm a motivational speaker now.
Motivated.
If I was doing a TED Talk, they'd have to carry me off the stage. I'm
it would
not
be a dead talk.
What'd you say to me?
It'd be a dead talk.
No, it would be a TED Talk with me being violently ripped from the stage because I refuse to let you sideways now. I refuse to let all of my clients down. Everyone needs motivation. Everyone needs a little bit of spunk. And just rip that oyster open. Just slurp up all the juice.